Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for tuning in, and today we're going to be unboxing Bragi's new sophomore line of truly wireless headphones, simply called the Headphone. I want to start off by pointing out how much I like the simplicity and compactness of the box itself, where the same can't exactly be said about the box that the Dash came in. A quick spin around the box is all it takes to get a brief introduction of the experience that lies inside. All you got to do is flip open the top, pull out the box via the band at the top, and there it is, everything laid out, short and sweet. And as you most likely guessed, the headphone itself is what's sitting in the center of the box, so you can pull that apart from plastic that's wrapped around it. Mine was a little tough to pull apart, so don't be afraid to use some of that strength. And once you got that off, you'll see the actual headphone case, which looks very similar to the Dash's case, except it's got a little lanyard attached to it. And after we remove the foam covering, you'll see that the headphone is pretty much like the Dash, aside from the 3 buttons that you probably noticed that sit on top of the right earbud. And before we go more into that, let's just finish out and see what else is in the box. We got some manuals. You know how much I love manuals. I don't care about them. Now let's see what's in this smaller black box here at the bottom. Open that up, and we have the micro USB cable, which is used to charge the headphone itself. You plug that into the case. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, and then in here we have the different tips that you can replace. So you have the larger ones here, and then the small ones. So yeah, you could switch these out if you need to. Bragi also included some pretty cool stickers. If you guys are into that, we got little small ones, and then we got one big one for you to place all over the place. And then another instruction manual, this time for the tips themselves, shows you how to properly clean them, install them, replace them, all that stuff. So here is everything again that comes in the box, minus the stickers and instruction manuals, but we have the actual headphone, its case, the covering for the case, micro USB cable, and the replacement tips. Now back to those buttons I was talking about. This is one of the main differences between the headphone and the Dash. Commands for the Dash are initiated via a touch or swipe gesture, where the headphone relies on these 3 small simple buttons. Another big difference is that the case for the Dash doubles as a charger that will give you some extra juice when on the go, where the case for the headphone is simply that, just a case. So when you plug in to charge, you're only charging the headphones themselves and not the case along with it. But these differences in features are reflected in the price, so the headphone costs $149, while the Dash costs a more premium $299. Though at the time of this recording, you can also find the Dash for around $250 on places like Amazon, and I'll leave a link to that below if you're interested. Alright, so let's do a quick pairing to get these set up. The instructions say to hold down on the bottom button for 3 seconds and wait for the light to blink, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll hold that down, and this is the right earbud. Wait for that light to blink, there it is. And as you can see, Bragi has popped up in the Bluetooth settings, so we'll go ahead and select that. Wait for it to pair. All right, now we're all set up. Now my task is to take these out and really test them, see what they're capable of, and I will upload a full review sharing my thoughts. I will also do a comparison review of these guys versus the Dash and Apple's AirPods. So until then, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.